Hi there, it's Caroline, Queen of Scraps in Cambridge, New Zealand. I'm here with the November card of the month and there's going to be a PDF and this video will be in the newsletter coming out in a couple of days. And I'm making this Pinwheel Tower card. Now I've got three different versions here. So this was the very first one I made, which is very cute. I made this last year. With some retired paper, one of my challenges I expect, and you can see it's a little bit smaller than a standard card, so I wasn't 100% happy with that. This is the problem with converting from American to the rest of the world measurements. So then I made this one just recently, and this is my challenge paper for this month. Well, we're still in October. It's actually the 31st of October today. So it's the end of the challenge. This is one of the cards I made, which I'm very happy with. But this one, I didn't quite get it right, and it doesn't quite fit in the envelope. Fortunately, I can make my own envelope, so I've made one to match. So I went back to the drawing board, and I finally came up with the right measurements that will make a standard metric card. So this is the one I made. This is again a retired paper, but it's super cute, and I spent far too much time fussy cutting little pieces and piecing it together, when I should have been making this video, but here I am. Okay, so we're going to put that aside. Just bring in my trimmer. I've got all my little bits and pieces on it already. Oh, I probably need something underneath. Let's pop this underneath here as well. So, just wanted to say too that this Pinwheel Tower card, as well as being the featured in the newsletter, it's also the card kit that I will be sending to anyone who spends over $50 with me in my online store in the month of November. So if you're a New Zealand crafter and you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, think of me, and I will thank you by sending you this. You need to use the host code too. If you're not sure what all that means, just ask. So I've already got some pieces pre-cut. I'm using the Merry Bold and Bright suite because I've been cutting into that recently, and I've already cut my pieces to size, and as I say, all the measurements will be in the PDF, but they're all 10.5 high, and these pieces are 7.4. There's 3 of them, and this one is 14.4. So what we're going to do is we're going to score this now. So we'll get that trimming blade right out of the way. And the first score is actually going to be at 1 centimetre. So I like to do them on the side. It gets them more accurate if you do them on the right-hand side of your scoreboard. And then we're going to score again. We're going to score at 3. Slide across to 5. Slide across to 7. Right, so I think that's all we need to do for now, all with the trimmer. So we'll just burnish these with our bone folder, these scores. Just making sure I am in shot here. Right, so we've got those nicely scored. Now you'll see if we bring that around, it's going to make a square shape, like a square rod. So all we do to make that happen, just going to put a little bit of, oops, maybe not try and blob it out there, just put a bit of, and I'm just going to bring it over and close it down. And clean up any little excess bit because we don't want it sticking things that we don't want down. Now you do need to hold it for a moment or two, and you could use tape here if you prefer, but I usually do use my multi-purpose for most things. and lift that up, you'll see it's formed that little square tower, which is the basis for the card. So what we're going to do is we're going to have these other 3 pieces radiating out like spokes of a wheel, and to try and keep everything nice and straight, I do like to work on my mat here. What we're going to do is we're going to put some glue down here, and then we're going to, it's just on the one side here, and I'm just going to line that up and just make sure we're keeping the top edge straight and keeping it from being over that fold line, otherwise it won't fold back and forward. Okay, haven't quite got that in position. Let's just line that up a bit better there. There we go. Give that a little burnish down. Give the glue a moment to work. And then we're going to turn that round to the next one, like this. There we go. There's a little burnish there. A little bit of glue on here. Again, it's just repeating. Oops, nearly put it on wrong. But you can see which way we're going here. We're going round like the spokes of a pinwheel. Hence the name. Now hold that there for a moment or two. Now I've already cut the pieces, and we're just going to, it's actually very quick to construct this. The time consuming part, I guess, is the time consuming part is just decorating all these lovely layers. So I'm just going to pop that on there, and that pops on there. And just making sure, again, it's not going over you see, it's just underneath the fold line. Oops, but keep it straight. So we're going to just seal that, keep that nicely glued down. And you can see the nice pinwheel shape. This is beautiful on display. And if you're just wanting to get the basis here, this is how we make the base of the card. I've also got the measurements of the patent paper, so you can go ahead and decorate your own way, or you can watch on to the end of this video while I just assemble the rest of this card. And I've already, as I said, got some pieces trimmed up from my. So that's just one face, and you could actually, not that I've stuck it down obviously, but you can have it turning the other way too. It's completely up to you which way you do it, and you can see you get a little peak on the other side here. So I'm going to pop that down there. So these pieces are 6.9 by 10. So they just fit nicely into these little panels with a little edge around. So I do have one that I've already pre-stamped and pre-matted. So using the stamps and taking the colours from the DSP. I'll put a few little embellishments on that too, I think. A merry and bright Christmas. I think we'll do those cute little hats, Santa hats. I thought they were Christmas trees when I first looked at them. Obviously it was in a bit of a hurry, and maybe I'm colourblind. Not really. Okay, and then just fold it over, another layer, and I'm going to put on a little panel for writing. So you can write your message. Oh, I'm running out of pieces. Oh yes, of course I'm running out of pieces, because, you know, I'm almost done. And this one, I just wanted to piece these little bits together. So you can always do that if you're getting low on a favourite paper. I find these little Pinwheel cards are actually really great for using up scraps, and that's what I've done in some of my other samples. There we go. So I am going to do one more little bit of decoration. I don't know which is the front and which is the back, but this is for writing, obviously. And I'm going to, I think I'll put them on this part. I've got these, maybe I should do them on the other one, because I've got a yellow one there. Let's just pop them on here. These are some I've already die cut and assembled. I've used glue dots to stick the little caps on because the slick surface is from using, what did I use? Excuse me, I'm just looking for my dimensionals. I used the packing tape trick to get these to have that shiny surface. So I'm just going to stick them down with my I may only be able to fit 2 on here because it's quite a little surface. And we can't have them going over the edge because at some stage they'll make it end up being bigger than we want. So I'm just going to we don't want it going over the fold, otherwise it's not going to fold either. So I think we can pop this one up here. I think we'll fit 3 on here. Just threading it on this lovely little die cut piece. And one final one, which is going to be the pool party. Just thread that on. And I will just use a little touch of glue to stick that down. I'm not bothering about sticking it in these other bits. It just gives it a little bit more dimension. But I don't want it to pop out, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here. And a little bit of glue down here. And then we'll just trim it to size. So it's going to go all the way to the edge, and this one's going to go all the way to that edge. Let's hold it in place for a minute or two. Sometimes if you're in a hurry, it's a good idea to use a block to hold things down just while they dry. It'll give me a moment to find my scissors. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. As I say, I'll be putting some kits together for people who shop with me in November, and you could get a little kit like this. Well, these are not my correct scissors, as you can see. They're not working very well. And we're just going to trim this one down here so it's not going over the edge. There we go. Okay, so I think that's a lovely little card. We've got the stamped bits, we've got some die cut bits, and the papers are really making it special. Okay, and you can see how lovely it looks on display, standing up. Great, thanks for joining me, and let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. Thank you.